Hello, everybody. This is YC. Welcome back. We are going to continue playing this Jeskai Stoneforge Mystic deck. I'm not making any changes from yesterday's games, but I want to quickly explain my philosophy with this deck. Uh, this deck, in my opinion, wants to win the long game. It wants to win over time, not necessarily immediately. It has the capability of putting pressure in the early turns with the Ragavans and getting an early Cadre complete down. But the best way to play this deck is to understand your position and know when it's time to pivot from being controlling to aggressive. And the way to do that is to not, or I'm sorry, the way to do that is to find opportunities where you can get a 2-for-1. Um, you don't want to be pitching Solitude early to go down on card quantity. You want to just kind of, I believe you should only pitch Solitude when it's like absolutely necessary and there's no other way to remove something off the board. Um, but as you'll see in my gameplay, I try to make decisions and shape my battlefield to enable me to pivot in either direction. This is what I like so much about the deck. But okay, I'm going to continue playing it in the practice lobbies, but I'm going to ask to play against people that have more of a higher tier decks or meta decks, and hopefully we can get some games in with, Frogtide, Eldrazi. Um, I don't know what else is top tier right now, but I'll see you in game number one. All right, game number one. We have one to Dyro, and let's see what our hand brings us. Okay, I think this is a keep. This is we have land, we have interaction, we have a solitude that we don't want to pitch immediately unless it's an emergency. But we're gonna keep this hand. I'm going to lead on Arid Mesa and play a Steam Vents. Because if I need to get a basic, I want to grab planes for this normalize. And if I draw a Ragavan, I can dash it with this red. Okay, land isn't good, so I'm just gonna bottom both. Got a mountain, that's fine. This will be played sort of later. Okay, there's an Ocelot Pride. This is Boros. Here I'm going to. So, more than likely, what's going to happen is if I play this Stoneforge Mystic, they're going to remove Stoneforge Mystic. They're going to remove Stoneforge Mystic, and I'm going to have an equipment stuck in my hand. So, I think what I want to do is I think this is a good time to uh, pitch Solitude to Ocelot Pride. Um, maybe taking, I'm not sure what to take here, but I'm going to play a land and pass. I want to counter if they're going to play their enchantment, Goblin Bombardment. Of course they're not. I'm going to let this hit me because before they go to end step, I will pitch Solitude if they don't cast anything here. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, unfortunately, I do have to counter this and then pitch the Stoneforge to with Solitude. I have this period. This preordain needs to carry me. Okay, that wasn't a good draw. But let's preordain. A Stoneforge or a Ragavan would be good here. More land is bad. Okay. Um, I'm gonna play the Flooded Strand because Boros is sometimes on Blood Moon, and I don't want to be cut off of blue. Oh, I have a island here, but it's okay. I'll get a survival land with this. I don't really have a good position here. Yeah, that's good for them. All right, we get an elegant parlor. We are looking for action. Ah, I don't like that. I have to graveyard that. Okay, this is a good draw. We need to make up for. Okay, this is fine. Um, I'm going to take the normalize, put that back, and play the Scalding Card. We're gonna be taking a lot of damage. We're probably gonna take 6 damage off this over time over these next 2 turns. Gydasos is such a strong card. I think I need to let them have it. I can't take this also Lost Pride. I have to counter this. We'll do another Steamance. I need to draw a Solitude now. Or something to help me clear some of these little guys out. Ragavan? Yeah. I don't like this position. I mean, they'll probably block with Ragavan. Okay, they'll block here. Okay, I'm gonna concede. They're gonna kill me with this. All right, not ideal, not ideal, but we are going to sideboard. Okay, so in this matchup, I think it's correct to remove the Ragavans. They're so bad against Ocelot Pride. It has first strike. They play a lot of 1-drops. They play tokens. It gets killed by the Goblin Bombardment enchantment. I'm gonna bring in Supreme Verdict, the Purges, the Batter Skull, the Wear and Tears. And I'm going to get rid of the Teferis. It's not good to bounce one of their 1-drops. And I need to get rid of one more card. Tamio can block pretty good. I don't know what's correct. I think it might be correct to get rid of the Cadra, actually, because they can get rid of this real easily with their static prison or whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck with that. I think I want to do this here. Submit. We drew too many lands. All right, this has action. This is fine. If this is a turn 1 Ragavan or the Ocelot Pride, it's so backbreaking. Normally, in this sideboard, I usually have a lot of Wrath of the Skies. However, um, I think Eldrazi is more popular, and this we at least have a chance to beat. It's harder to beat Eldrazi without sideboard. All right. All right, we are going to play a Plains. And we're going to grab our Assimilation Aegis. This is just in case we got to pitch Solitude. We might still pitch Solitude for this. And then flash in Batterskull. They're reading the card. Opponents always pause to read this card. We don't have blue mana yet, but there's nothing we can do about that. No attacks, no attacks, no attacks, no attacks. Okay, good. Oh, and now we have blue mana. Okay, this is good. I can instant speed take care of something, or I can flash in Batterskull at the end step. Pyromancer. Um, I think I'm going to counter that. We're going to counter that. One of the strengths of No More Lies is that it exiles the card, so now they can't buy back tokens later. This might be no attack. Okay, good. Oh, ending is perfect. And we are 1 mana away from Solitude. Okay, so I'm going to ending this and pass. That's fine. I can't do nothing about that. If they fetch now, they're gonna play the... Okay, they elect not to. I'm gonna batter skull. I'm gonna attack with the germ token. We're still 1 mana away from Solitude, but that's okay. We have a Supreme Verdict if everything goes wrong. But I like my position. See, I don't like using Ragavan with Goblin Bombardment. I predict this will be Elegant Parlor. Yeah, they're looking for something. They kept on top, so this might be something here. Okay, here's a Static Prison. Probably taking Batter Skull. Okay. I can bounce this. Okay, so if I bounce this, what happens? They can cast something else. I think I'm gonna bounce it. Okay. And they scooped it up. That was the right decision. All right. Any changes to sideboard? I don't think so. Do I want Kaldra? I don't think so. They didn't see the wear and tears, the phlages. Um, it's going to be tremendously harder on the draw, but I believe in our deck. Let's see how it goes. I think this hand is fine. We are really soft to a... This might be a Ragavan. Yeah. We might have to pitch Solitude to that, but let's see what we have for with Preordain. We're gonna get a Steam Fence because we have the planes. Okay, ending's fine, and so is iteration. So I'm gonna put iteration on top and ending on top as well, and I'm going to pitch cast Solitude to get rid of that. The iteration will help refill my hand later. But if I don't take care of this now, yeah, go ahead and attack with it. We're gonna pitch the... I'm gonna pitch the ending. Yeah, I don't like being two for one-ing myself there, but we're shaping our hand to come back from this. Okay, here I'm going to play a Scalding Tarn and keep No More Lies up. Also, if I have to fetch an island, I would. Sometimes they play Blood Moon. That's good news. Yeah, I'll counter this. This is fine. Solitude's great. Um, I think I'm going to play Stoneforge. And I'm going to grab Assimilation Aegis. They're gonna kill this. That is fine. Rage in the Graveyard is great. I could actually return. Oh, I can't. I need one more red mana. All right, 4 cards to my 4. It should feel good to Expressive Iterate next turn. Please don't be a Ragavan. They've been dead. That's crazy. That's a good card. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We have another one, and we couldn't cast it right away either. Okay, I like all this. Let's start with Expressive. Let's see if we can find some more counter magic or some more action. Um, Solitude's fine, and I think I like playing the Arena of Glory here. It gives me something to haste, and it's the other red mana. Sure. I will play that. Play the Preordain. Yeah, both of this is great. I like all of this. I'm gonna top. Okay, now I feel confident pitching one of these Solitudes if I need to. We're kind of outpacing them. Yeah, and that's game. And that's the beauty of this deck is I had a Preordain and another Expressive Iteration coming up. I'm just going higher and higher on card quality. And that's a pretty good showcase of the philosophy of this deck, the identity of this deck. I did play, I think, maybe a little too conservative game 1, but I think we got there in the end. I'll see you for game number 2. All right, welcome back to game number 2. We are still in the practice lobbies, but I elected to ask my opponents to bring something meta, and I think I'm going to keep this hand here. I am on the draw, but that's okay. I love me a higher hand count than my opponent. Here, depending on what they are on, I'm going to play Tamio into Preordain maybe for the next land. Okay, I like that too. I will get a Steam Vents because I always like prioritizing fetching a basic planes, and this helps me cast Normalize, Dash Ragavan, cast a Stoneforge Mystic, etc. And this combination with planes doesn't let you cast Expressive Iteration, but that's okay. You never want to cast Expressive Iteration on turn 2 after you made your second land drop because then you're not able to play a land for free. Yeah, this card is gonna sit in our hand for a while. Maybe looking for counter magic here. Ragavan's great too. So, this is probably representing a Bowmaster, and I think is it worth to preordain or Ragavan? So if I preordain first, they're going to Bowmaster, and then Ragavan's just bad. So I'm going to attack first to get my clue. If they push here, that's fine. Then that means they can't Bowmaster's end of turn. Or Bowmaster's me, period. Okay, they allowed me to get a clue. Um, I'll play Flooded Strand, and I'm going to pass. I want to see what they're on. Esper. Interesting. This might be EsperKetramose. Frog is fine. It's not fine. It's actually really hard to kill, but let's go Hollow Fountain. Draw a card. Not a good draw. That's a good draw. Um, okay, so I'm going to play a Plains and attempt to ending this. Okay, this is tough though. The majority of these lists play spell snare. So if I ending for 2, that's kind of bad. Hmm. Alternatively, I can play Ragavan, not attack, let them spell. Okay, yeah. If they spell snare me, that's fine. And this is what I'm predicting. Okay, that's fair. I'm going to Ragavan and keep this back to block. If they want to kill my Tamio by discarding cards, I'm okay with that too. But Ragavan will get a hit in. I almost casted it for 1 more mana. Not sure if it was worth it, but okay. They 2 top. Okay, this is fine too. Uh, they will probably take the Preordain or Flage, or none of these cards hurt not being in my hand right now. They might take the Caldra. Flage is fine too. Like, I can cast Flage here shortly. Okay. If I'm just gonna block, they're gonna kill my Tamio, but they discarded 2 cards for this, and I'm going to attack them back with Ragavan, and they kept us. They kept a second card on top. Okay, so I need to find something to pitch Solitude to kill that. So let's preordain. Looking for white cards. Bottom, bottom. That's not good either. We'll preordain again, and there we go. I think I will put that in the bottom. Put this on top, and I'm gonna and just 1 for 1 it here instead of pitching Solitude. Now I have Solitude mana next turn with this treasure. Another frog. Yeah, they don't know I drew the Solitude. And you know, I'm gonna save the Solitude for like something bigger than a frog. I'm just going to bring back this Flage. Should have played a land. I misclicked there, but I think this game's basically over. Ketramose, okay, good. Ketramose is fine. Yeah, this is kind of disgusting here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep topping Solitudes. This might warrant a concede. Yeah, they concede it. So I agree with the I knew the risk of leaving the frog, letting the frog attack with into the Tameo. And again, their Tameo did great. It drew us a card with the clue, and she blocked the frog and allowed us to dispatch it. I think a couple turns later. Blue black. I'm going to bring in grindy stuff. Batter Skull, the Purges, and the Supreme Verdict. I don't know what else I should bring in. I don't like the Ragavons in this matchup. Again, I don't know if they have Bowmasters, but on the play, I think it's okay to take out Ragavan. They know about the Stoneforge package. I like the endings. They're probably on Murktide Regent. That's gonna be kind of tough to beat, but oh, also I don't like the lightning bolts. It doesn't kill Ketramose, it doesn't kill Frog easily. So I think I'm gonna do something like that. Do I want a wear and tear? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna run it like this. I might trade. I could trade this lightning bolt for a consign. That may be correct. Uh, but I'll run one lightning bolt. Hmm. I don't like mulliganing against blue-black decks, but I think this is a discipline mulligan. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. This is just too many lands. We need like better selection. Okay, this is a lot better. I'm gonna keep this and put back the. I'm gonna put back the. They're gonna thought seize me, right? So I'll put back the Aegis. This will be probably a Thoughtseize here. I lied. No more lies. Ooh, Tammy was such a good draw. Okay. Because we have untapped white, I'm going to grab, again, Steam Vents. They could probably fatal push this if they want, but even if they don't do nothing here, I have to play Stoneforge Mystic with this untap because I don't want to let them know that I'm representing a counterspell. I hope it's a fetch. If it's a fetch, this makes this easier. Okay. Again, I have to shock that in to protect against, to have some, a little bit of protection with Normalize. Opponent's thinking. Last time they let the clue happen. Maybe they're thinking about not letting the clue happen this time. Because why would you shock this watery grave? I'm glad we mulliganed. Again, I don't like being down on card count, but that was just, we had no action for like the longest time. We would have just been playing land go with no action in our hand with these Solitudes rotten. I would eventually have to pitch one probably. Um, Opponent's taking a while to think. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video until he does something. Okay, opponent passes priority. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Get my clue. I don't agree with this. If he was going to push or kill this, why would he let me get the clue? Not sure what my opponent's doing. Oh, dismember. I'm just gonna normalize it. If they play a frog or something on their turn, I have prismatic ending. Okay, kind of same idea. I will. I will. Okay, so what I want to do is cast Stoneforge Mystic as a ground blocker, grab the Aegis. I can try to prismatic here, but if they counter, I think it's fine. I'm gonna put more pressure on them. If they spell snare this, okay, that's fine. They didn't. I'm going to grab the Assimilation Aegis and play this Thundering Falls. Preordain is uh I'll graveyard that. Hopefully looking for another land. I'm not going to attack. If they want to discard cards to kill this, I'm okay with that. Tamio replaced herself with this clue token. Not right away, but it can come in handy. They also got to kill this. If not, I take their Psychic Frog. Relic. Okay. There's no way. Okay. You're attacking. Sure. You can discard your last two cards if you want. It was a test. He learned better. Okay. Okay, this is perfect. I'm going to grab a planes here. And I'm going to attempt to prismatic, ending this. Actually, do I want to do that? I don't think so. I think I'm going to pass. And I think I'm going to attack. I want to get interaction out of them. This is fine. I know I wanted to do this, but yeah, this is fine. They're searching hard for something, an answer. I hope this is a 3-drop, like Ketramose or something. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Okay, I can't exile this on their turn because if I put this in exile, they get to draw a card. So I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to just draw a card with Clue. Oh, Teferi's so good too. And I can cast. Okay, this is really good. Got a Grand Mountain here. Cast my Teferi first. And then I'm going to. Oops. Get rid of that. I'm gonna make my Clue. And then I think I'm just gonna plus up Teferi. Opponent's thinking again. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit over 2 or 3 minutes, and my opponent is not responding. Um, I'm predicting that they're not having fun and are choosing to make me wait this timer out. I think I'm going to win the game here, but it's unfortunate because these videos are meant to show you the synergy and philosophy of what this deck is. So I'll pause the video again and I will let you know if they come back to play. Alrighty then. My opponent, uh, don't know if he wasn't having any fun, but he timer went on long enough and the game conceded. Again, we won there. But let me go into one more game and I will see you in the next round. Okay, welcome to game number 3. We lost the die roll. Uh, this hand is good. And we're up against Tron. I'm going to cast his Ragavan and hold up Normalize next turn. Hopefully they don't have a way to remove Ragavan. But they're really close to getting Tron. Hopefully they don't have a natural Tron. All right. I'm going to swing with the Ragavan. Sylvan Scrying. I don't think I'm going to cast that. I have plenty of lands in my hand. I am going to play the Meticulous Archive. I will graveyard a land. We still have no more lies up with this treasure token. Map. That's fine. Okay. That's okay. I want to counter their payoffs. Stoneforge is amazing draw. It's going to allow me to get Caldra to put even more pressure on them. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and play Stoneforge. And we're getting Caldra complete. I will play this Hollow Fountain tapped. Pass turn. They have Tron now. Let's see what they do. What is this? When it enters, create 2 tokens. Whenever a player casts a spell for that target single golem, it copies. Okay, this is a weird variant. I have to let this resolve because they can pay for the normalize. That's like a downside of playing normalize over counterspell. Um, let's see. I am going to start by bringing in Caldra. I will play Plains here. I don't want to Aegis the Golem. These normalize are getting bad now. This is fine because I'm going to Aegis this. Yeah, this is fine. And I'm going to get an Annihilator too. off of this. Oh, please attack me. Okay, he's not going to. Okay, so let's start with Island and flashing in the Aegis. And we're going to take Crusher. And this is my favorite interaction is I'm going to put the, I'm going to equip the assimilation to Germ and it's to become a big thing. I don't even know the math on this. 13 something? 13, 13. Okay. And I'll attack with the monkey. Annihilator 2 happens first. Oh, and they're dead. Good games. Okay. Again, I love to showcase this interaction with assimilation, Aegis with uh, pretty much any creature. This, I could not have won the game right here on this turn if it wasn't for this card. If this was a Batter School in the main deck, this play wouldn't have happened. I mean, I would have countered this thing with No More Lies, but this is a really good tech for this deck. And I love the synergy it has with what I'm trying to do. All right, let's sideboard. Sideboard, we do have pretty good anti-Tron, anti-Eldrazi stuff. Um, Consigned Memories, Damping Spheres, Harbingers, and they do have a lot of artifacts, I think. So I'm going to bring those in as well. I don't know if I want the Supreme Verdict. I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to take out the endings. Uh, Going to keep the Ragavans. I think they're good. The Phlages are not as good. The Normalize are fine. The Lightning Bolts don't look good. The Tameo is, I think it's fine. No, no, yeah, we want to get rid of Tameo. We don't need Tameo. Mm, the slowest card might be Expressive Iteration, actually. And maybe we don't bring in all the wear and tears. I don't know. Okay, so this looks good for now. Now, Ragavans. Ragavans are good, but we're on the draw. Um, let's get rid of one more iteration. Bring in one of these. And maybe a maybe maybe the Teferis are bad. And where's my Ragavan? Okay, how about 3 Ragavans? We'll bring back we'll bring one ending back. Or yeah, let's bring one ending just in case. I'm gonna keep this hand. This has stuff to do. Has some defense. Another consign. That's fine. I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Okay, so this isn't traditional Tron. This is maybe a weird hybrid. Um, I'll just meticulous archive here. Yeah. Yeah, these are the best defense we have. All right. Do they have natural Tron? I'm not sure. So we are going to pass with consign mana up. They do not have natural Tron. Good Thunder Falls. We can graveyard that. That can take care of that. All right. I'm gonna play Stoneforge. And we're getting Kaldra. We're just gonna put the pressure on them. We still have one of the consigns to get rid of a 4-drop. Maybe it's a Karn. I don't know. I don't think this is a traditional Tron deck. I've never seen this card played. Warping Well. Yeah, I'll consign. They need to have another one. Okay, this is fair. Ragavan's fine. Okay. Let's start the beats. Yeah, I don't like countering the mana dorks, the mana rocks. Sylvan Scrying's fine. They find their last Tron piece. This is the Golem, Wormcoil Engine. And look at the strength to consign a memory. All right, now we are just on the offensive. Everything we got. We have Normalize Up, Consign, Crypticoat, Flash In. I'm not gonna attack with the Stoneforge. Oops. I want to flash this in if I need to. Yeah, that's a big thing. Got a lot of mana. Another Wormcoil. I will consign that. They might be dead here, actually. Crypticoat. We got a Ponder there. Oh, neat. Okay. Uh, yeah, we're gonna continue dashing Ragavan. That's a good card. All right, they have one turn left. They're dead on board. See if they can muster up something here. 10 mana. Okay. I'm going to counter that thing. They're gonna draw the card still, but I don't know what they can have because they only have 2 mana here. And that is game. All right. Well, there's another 3 game series for you guys. Um, this weekend, I think I will go into the competitive leagues and play the 5 round uh, league matches. Uh, but I think I don't want to make too much more changes to my main deck. I think my main deck is correct. The sideboard is the only thing I have to kind of take into account. The only thing is like Breach isn't banned yet, so if I go into competitive leagues, I have to pack a little bit more hate for Breach because Breach is a very high performing, high winning deck, and that deck, the deck I'm playing right now, is a little bit more geared towards big mana against big mana. I feel like the aggro matchup with Boros, as you saw earlier, is manageable. I don't have a lot of cards. I truly only have these 2 cards, the Batterskull and the Supreme Verdict, Celestial Purges, to help come in for that matchup. But I feel like the philosophy of the deck is trying to gain little advantages over time, and that's how I think we won all our games. Um, it's unfortunate that my game 2 opponent kind of gave up on himself, but there you have it. Um, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.